episode of Sealed for Good. Thanks for joining us once again. Today we're going to press on with the subject of waterproofing failures. We've been sort of already covered aspects of application, workmanship, and general contractor competency. Now we're going to discuss things that are outside of the control of the contractor or the applicator, which is really damage to a membrane, and more specifically after damage from following trades and the like. Unfortunately, damage to a completed waterproofing system is a common occurrence and a regular frustration for even seasoned contractors. Other trades walking directly over the finished membrane and surface finishes being applied subject the membrane to general wear and tear that could be potentially outside the tolerances for that material. This is often exacerbated by other trades' failure to express a level of care and consideration to preserve the integrity of the system. It only takes a small blemish or tear in the membrane to undermine the integrity of the system. For an exposed membrane, general wear and tear, and sometimes even deliberate damage or vandalism can cause massive failures down the track. Unreported damage to a membrane system can often result in a he said, she said scenario, requiring lengthy investigations and deliberations on where the fault and responsibility lies. But without empirical proof that the system was watertight after completion by the contractor, it can be difficult to identify a specific cause of the failure or attribute responsibility. Contractor that has seemingly done a proper job, this can cause no end of frustration with potential lost time and associated cost of remediation. So some steps that you can take as the installer is engaging with the builder to cordon off completed areas that do not need to be accessed. Warning signs and tickets to completed areas, confirming application, completion dates and times, and drying times before the area can be subject to traffic and after trades. You guys that have done GAPP will be familiar with our Gripset ticket, and these can be requested from your local Gripset distributor. Taking photos and keeping records will act as evidence if there's issues down the track. Installing impact-resistant protection board is always a good idea, and for trafficable membranes, it's important to incorporate an ongoing maintenance program. The contractor has at their disposal empirical testing to validate the integrity of an installed system after completion. One of the more comprehensive and universally accepted is the flood test method to ASTM D5957-98. Other post-installation checks, including dry film and continuity testing by certifiers and inspectors, can be used to validate the integrity of a membrane system. These conformity tests should be signed off by the builder, applicator, and/or inspector, and it gives peace of mind to all parties that the work is completed to the required standard and that it is sound and fit for purpose at the time of testing. Fault for any failures after that point cannot be attributed to the applicator. Potential for site-related damages to a completed waterproofing system will always be high. It's just the nature of the construction environment. This highlights the importance of documenting and recording details throughout the duration and upon completion of the project. It's also an endorsement for the inclusion of post-installation checks as part of the project. Engaging in open and direct communication with the builder to implement these processes and risk mitigation strategies. At Gripset, we offer our comprehensive GAPP training, which goes into great detail in all things waterproofing to ensure participants understand the considerations that need to be made and how to effectively apply Gripset's range of waterproofing products, which includes a full day hands-on using our sheet membranes. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you have any questions or any suggestions of what you'd like to see covered in the future, please give us a comment and we'll see you next time. Until then, happy waterproofing.